It is player review time, and today EA dropped the Team the Group Stage mini release, and it included an 86 rated Antony, of which we're obviously going to try out today. Now, I'm very interested to see how this card performs, especially since this card is very similar to that Foundations David NERES that we got not too long ago. If you need some coins to improve your team, look no further than IG Vault for the cheapest coins on the market, and don't forget to use the code Kieron to get yourself a discount at the checkout. There's a chance to win some free coins just by clicking the link in the description too. But anyway, this is the team we are going to use the Brazilian winger in. It's a bit of a weird team, I know, and we're actually going to run it in a bit of a strange way as well, with Kudus playing in a CDM role, but hopefully it does alright. So, as I say, we're going to play 4-2-3-1. He's going to play in that right attacking mid / right mid role. We might move him centrally just to get him on the ball a bit more if we need to, but hopefully he just does a really good job for us on the wing. Now, let's have a look at this card then. 5-star skills, brilliant. 3-star weak foot, not so great, especially with him being left-footed on the right side. So we know already we're going to have to cut inside quite a bit to get the most out of this guy. Either that or just switch him with the other winger in game. Couple of traits as well, outside the foot shot and flare. And in regards to in-game stats, pace looks brilliant with very high acceleration. Shooting looks alright, we're probably going to look to boost that with a chem style. And the same, to be fair, can be said for the passing. Dribbling though, looking very nice. 99 rating for agility, 94 balance, 93 ball control and dribbling. And pretty good composure of 86. That's worth noting, that's actually quite good for a winger, so happy with that. And then finally, physically, nice stamina of 86, strength at 63 is average for a winger, but the high aggression hopefully will be beneficial to him when he's looking to fight against would-be defenders for the football. The chem style for this card is pretty obvious. You don't even have to look at the in-game stats really, you just got to look at the card. We obviously don't need to touch the pace and dribbling, they're already very impressive. We want to boost the shooting and passing, and the chem style for that is obviously Deadeye. And once this guy has a Deadeye chem style on him, he does look pretty incredible, getting some very high ratings and also just looking really good in game as well. Elite short passing of 98, elite vision of 98 also, 94 finishing, 93 shot power, 93 positioning. He looks very good with that chem style applied. Now before we continue, it is worth a quick comparison to that NERES card like I already said. They are just very similar in general. They both obviously have the 5-star skills, they both got the 3-star weak foot, and they're both left-footed on the right side. Like, the card is so similar. Antony has a bit better pace and a little bit better dribbling, but NERES has a little bit better shooting and passing, so yeah, these cards, like, even in like the in-game stats, there isn't too much difference. There's a big difference in shot power, it seems, but nothing a chem style can't really fix. But yeah, it's it's pretty interesting how similar these two cards are. We go then, and okay, we're up against a pretty insane team. He's got that brand new Sule, he's also got Hero Ginola, and of course, Flashback Benzema using the Camavinga hyperlink too. Nice. Chance on the left foot, and what a way to start. Very early goal, inside 5 minutes. Antony, the Brazilian, on the score sheet, happy days. Nice turn and finish on the left foot. Benzema puts the ball in behind. Antony going to try and chase, but let's be honest, not many wingers in the game are going to be beating the fullback Davis. He's too quick. A chance. Anthony's making the run in behind, up against Alphonso Davis. Gets round him nicely. Oh, that pass did not go where we wanted it to, but it's found our own player, and we almost. Okay, half-time in this one. There was plenty of action in like the first 15 minutes, but after that the game just got a bit dull, and not too much to report. Find some space for the Brazilian. He's going to cut back inside, hit it on the left foot, but sadly Kimpembe, wise to it, gives us the block. Nice inside pass there to Benzema. He will hold up nicely. Oh, that's a good bit of play. It's a good bit of play. It's a tight angle. Oh, trap with a good save. Oh, we just got Ginola sent off. Dirty tackle there. He was desperate to win the ball back. Chance. I waited for the run. We had to time that well, and he's obviously pulled his defence. Ball's whipped into the box. Chance for Benzema to wrap this one up, and he does. Gets on the end of the Brazilian's cross. Truly was a bad mistake to commit that many people forward. I think he pulled the offside trap, but we just timed the through ball to perfection, and took full advantage. Go on, keep battling for the ball. Another cross. This time a right footer into Vinicius Jr. We get a fourth. Okay, love to see that. Well, the game ended in a 4-1 scoreline. Definitely wasn't a 4-1 game, but you know what? We will take it. 2 late goals to make it look like we've dominated. How was the Brazilian on debut then? I thought he did alright, to be honest. I don't think he did anything too crazy, and did struggle up against Alphonso Davies, especially in like the one-on-one situations, but output, can't really complain. He's done well so far. Next up for us is this. It's got Icon Di Natale in, and it's got a Johan Cruyff in. Oh, Antony's nabbed it. Ball's whipped into the box, and here's a chance for an early goal. What a save from Donnarumma. Just got absolutely pinged at him. It's running in behind here. Does well to hold off Hakimi. Can we get the ball on the inside? Oh, I just didn't beat the first man. I should have gone for the R1 pass rather than the standard. In behind, a bit of space. Can we get round? Oh, he just megs his man. And he sets up Benzema, who should score. I'm having a mare tonight finishing. I am having an absolute mare. That should have been a goal, and the Brazilian definitely should have got an assist there. Nice idea. Oh, but Bernardo Silva is not the player you want running in there. Probably the smallest player on the field. Fortunate bounce, but we will take it. And now, Antony. A bit of space, but Marquinhos. I tried to knock the ball ahead there, but I just didn't have time. Marquinhos closed us down way too quick. And there's half time. What a dull first 45. Not too much to report. We have had some chances, which I 1,000,000% should have taken, but yeah, we're going to have to create some more in the second half if we want to go. Chance. Oh, it's a good ball into an open umbrella, and what is going on with my finishing tonight? Why didn't I just take control? I went for the fantastic. That's what I went for. I went for the really nice volley, and if I took the ball down and controlled it and then shot, I'd have probably scored. My bad. Great ball from the Brazilian. There's an interesting chance now. Ball goes down the line and Hakimi nabs it off the Brazilian, but the Brazilian fights back. What we're going to do here, we're going to cut inside, we're going to take off the shot on that left foot, but Koulibaly is equal to it. There's a chance. Antony does well, cuts inside, finds Benzema. Benzema finds Mane, and we equalise. Sweaty, but job done. To not get the win in that game, it has to be said, is disappointing, but it literally is my fault. My finishing just wasn't good enough in that game. We created some good chances, but unfortunately didn't take them. Now, Antony doesn't get credited with obviously an assist or a goal in that game, because obviously didn't get a goal, but he was involved in the build-up to some of the other attacks, so I'm happy with his creative output, despite not actually, being credited with, an official goal or assist. Okay, so game's done. Let's get through the pros and cons of this card. Obviously, an instant one is the pace. Pretty obvious. We knew this just by looking at the card, but you can really feel the acceleration in game, which is obviously very, very pleasing. Next best thing about this card has to be the dribbling. Another thing that was pretty obvious just by looking at the item, he's got very high agility, very good ball control, and in game, you certainly can feel that. And I'll say straight away, if you're good at dribbling in this game, if you're good at out-close control, you will certainly get more out of this item than I did, because I'm a very, very average dribbler. But for those of you who are good with the sticks, obviously you'll get a bit more out of him in that aspect. And the same can be said for the 5-star skills, to be fair. Obviously that's an instant positive to this item. I'm not much of a skill myself, so I didn't get too much use out of that, but if you are, then obviously you'll benefit from that a lot. Another thing that I really liked about the card was his deliveries. His deliveries into the box were very, very good, whether they were crosses or through balls. They were actually really, really nice. So I'm a big fan of this guy's distribution. I don't think it's like an elite level passer, but it's better than I expected it to be. So I'm pleased with that area of his game. On the flip side, what didn't I like about the card? Obviously the weak foot. That's a bit problematic. He is very one-footed. That right foot is not good in terms of output, especially shooting. Passing wasn't too bad, but shooting was pretty poor. But the left foot obviously is very, very nice. Another thing I wasn't too keen on with the card was the strength. He can be very easily pushed off the ball, which is a bit of a shame. The aggression did help when trying to win the ball back, but not when trying to protect it. So there is that. I also will say he doesn't have the best reaction stat, and in some situations he isn't the quickest to respond, but once he gets going, he does feel quite nice. So yeah, all in all, pretty good card. Now, in terms of enjoyability, did I like using this card? Yeah, I thought it was a fun item, especially because of the high dribbling rating, but because of the weak foot and stuff like that, I wasn't as keen as I am on some other wingers, and also in front of goal, he just isn't as good as some other options as well. So he's going to get a very respectable 7.5 in terms of enjoyment. Still very, very good card and very enjoyable, but the definitely are better available and more fun items available in the game. But if you're good with dribbling, like I've said about 50 times in this video now, obviously you will enjoy using the card. Now, in terms of value for money, I just have to give him a low score. I have to, because of the David NERES SBC. It costs well, it's about 100k less, and it's a very, very similar card. So just straight off the bat, this card cannot have a good value for money rating at the current time. Obviously the price will drop, and hopefully it drops a decent amount, but since I'm rating it at the time of recording and he's like nearly 300k, I have to give him a low value for money rating, unfortunately. So it's overall summary time. The overall verdict is it is a good wing item, but you guys aren't here for that. You are here for a comparison between this card and that Foundations David NERES, which is still available right now if you haven't completed him. So let me just refresh the prices so I know I'm talking, straight facts. At the time of recording, Team of the Group Stage Antony on PlayStation 285, on Xbox 245, and the NERES SBC is about 170k on both consoles. Now, in comparison to each other, in game, Antony is faster, and Antony has a better distribution, in my opinion. I know the stats don't necessarily reflect that, but after using them both, that is my opinion. In terms of goal scoring ability, I definitely side with NERES, and in terms of dribbling, they're just too similar. Like, very, very, very similar in terms of stats, and honestly, you're not going to notice too much difference in them. However, NERES does have a better body type, and that's one of the reasons why I personally would prefer to use NERES over the Brazilian. Well, they're both Brazilian, what am I talking about? The reason why I would use NERES over this Antony. It's kind of weird, isn't it? EA have definitely done this on purpose. They're Brazilian, 5-star skills, 3-star weak foot, right wingers, both playing for the same team, and they've just literally just matched the stats. And yeah, somehow Antony's just like 2 overall ratings lower. Anyway, my overall verdict is, if you want a quick answer, is if you've already got NERES, stick with him, and if you don't have NERES, I would still probably go for him if you've got the untradables. Obviously, the benefit of the Antony card is the fact that he is tradable. You can get rid after if you don't like him, but with NERES, you do have to keep him. But if you know you're going to stick with a Brazilian right winger, if you know you're going to stick with an Ajax right winger, then I'd go with NERES. I do think the card is better, marginally better, might I add. It's not like a massive thing, but in terms of goal scoring output, I think he's better. And as I say, just because of his body type, I do feel like he feels a little better on the ball in game. So those are my thoughts. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, drop a like rating on it. Comment below your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'll catch you in the next one.